Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to Royal Sussex Live. Welcome, one and all. So, did anything interesting happen today? Let me see who's here first. Let me see who's here first. Okay, Sussex Spotlight. Thank you so much for being first. And okay. Oh, it looks like there's already oh, thank you very much. Thank you very much. Congrats on 56,000 subscribers, Baron. I'm so proud of you. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. I truly, truly appreciate it. And thank each and every one of you, especially the moderators, for making all of this possible. There would be no Royal Sussex if it wasn't for the safe space that we have. That was something I learned early on, is that if it wasn't a safe space, meaning that people didn't find themselves overwhelmed with a bunch of hateful comments, and like on a day like today when we just want to feel good and celebrate instead of being what do you call it, getting that slow burn, that drip of hostility from those those derangers and such. Instead, there's a place of love, and that's just about all anybody could ever ask for. Okay, let me take that away, and let me grab my slides and put them up here. So our faves are going to Nigeria. Our faves are going to Nigeria. How perfect, how apropos. And I tell you, I could not be more excited. Cynthia, thank you so much for the super chat. Congratulations, Baron. Thank you very much. I tell you, just what do you call it? A subscriber here and a subscriber there. And next thing you know, you got 56,000 subscribers. I was looking at that play button. That's what they give you with 100,000. You get the silver play button. I would be just, oh my goodness. I will be so overwhelmed when I get that. I will be uncharacteristically at a loss for words. But thank you so much. Greatly appreciate that. Okay. There we go. Slides are up. Harry and Meghan are going to Nigeria. So, let me just get this order of business out the way. So I looked, it was 55,999. And then, boom, next thing you know, it was 56K. Wow. That's been, 3 years straight of first the edited videos, and then eventually the live videos, which I think I started that maybe a year or so into it, and now there's a combination of both, which is fun. Anna Boyd, thank you so much for the super sticker, and thank you for watching Royal Sussex. And Susie Q, 24 months membership. 24 months. That's 2 years consistent membership. Thank you so much, Susie Q. And thank you for being here just about every single time. Greatly appreciate that. Okay. Wait, did I get that wrong? Is it 20? Yeah, it's 24. Yeah, 24. I was going to say, did I get that wrong? Okay. So, and then of course, one of the mods sent me this earlier, someone from the mod squad, just in case I overlooked it. But I was sitting here just waiting. I'm just like, today? Oh, man, how great. Yeah, of course, that is the Nigerian flag. We're going to be seeing a lot of that next month, because the Duke and Duchess of significance, of success, are going over there. Oh, and also Archie's birthday countdown is going on. So, oh, wait a minute. I don't think I used the slide for the. There are two. Now, I do believe that there are two charities, right? Oh, I know what I did with it. I know what I did with it. Okay. I think there are going to be two charities, but don't quote me on that just yet. But I do believe that there is going to be two. Um, does that sound right to you all? But there's one that you can contribute to now, and then I believe the other one will be introduced on. Don't we usually go from Archie's birthday straight through to it starts at Archie's birthday and ends with Lily but Diana's birthday. I think that's right. Oh boy. I know we did a count. Well, we yeah, I think that's how it works. So yeah, there's two different ones and I don't think I even saved it. I thought I did, but I did not. Okay, that's what's missing today. Okay, I will make sure I put that on the community tab. How's that? Recent. Yes, I will do that. I will make sure that I put it on the community tab. Uh Fudge, pardon my language. I thought for sure I had that. Okay, I did not. All right, no worries. But I will put that on the community tab. Lady T, thank you very much. Oh, yes, please don't forget to hit that thumbs up. That's how we keep the lights on. Keep those thumbs up. Make sure you do a thumbs up. That's how we keep the lights on. Thank you, Vanzola Adams. 56,000. Thank you, Linda R. Thank you very much. Hello, Love Wins Movement. Judy Matasit. All right. So the Daily Fail says tens of thousands exploiting hidden asylum loopholes. But they're going to say that anyway. Harry's back in Britain next week, but will he see his father? You know, there's always some caveat, isn't there? There's always some will he or won't he? Will she or won't he? Will Harry see his father? And will Meghan accompany Harry to Britain? Or will she just meet him later in Nigeria? You know, where quite a bit of her ancestry evolves from. That remains to be seen. But whatever the situation may be, whatever they choose, we will be here for them. Of that, I can assure you. One of the best gifts ever is my big, gigantic, what is this? Simple something. Is it something modern, simple, modern 40-ounce cup? I drink so much water now, you guys. I drink so much water. I drink about the equivalent of Lake Mead every day. So thank you again to the squatty. I believe it was Lisa that provided me with this gem of a cup. I love it. It's like my favorite thing. So the very small print that you see there, which is from the Daily Times. Is that right? Yeah. Let me see if I can make that bigger. Okay, there it is. The Defense Headquarters, the DHQ, has expressed its honor and delight for the acceptance of the Duchess. I'm sorry, the Duke of Sus. Wait, the Duke of Duchess. That's a typo, isn't it? The acceptance of the Duke and Duchess, His Royal Highness Prince Harry, and his wife, the Duchess of Sussex, Meghan, to visit Nigeria in May 2024. Pardon me. During their stay in our country, there will be a meeting with service members and will be hosted by an array of cultural activities. It could be recall that Prince Harry, the Duke of okay, this is going to drive me crazy. The Duke of Duchess, the Duke of Sussex, founded the Invictus Games, an international multi sporting event which offers recovery pathway for international wounded, injured, and sick servicemen and women. It also gives soldiers awareness and recognition in society to support their path in rehabilitation. The Invictus Games has about 500 participants at the outing and 21 nations in attendance, including Nigeria, which made a headways with gold and silver at the first outing last year. The visit to what is it? Consolidate Nigeria's stronghold on the game and the possibility of hosting the event later years. The Honorable Minister of Defense Al-Haji Mohammed uh, Abu Akbar Bandaru would I mean would was at Germany last year's event. Oh boy, this almost looks like I wrote it. As accepted to host the games when granted to Nigeria. What did I write that? No, but I could have. Anyway, no problem. The point is, they are going, and they are going to be very warmly received by Nigeria, and that's all we care about. Shells Bells, thank you so much for being here. Yeah, boy, I tell you, that looks like I wrote it. That is frightening. Is there two of me? There could not be two of me. If there were two of me, do you know that the price of coffee would probably rise? Uh, Cattle's futures would probably become incredibly valuable. Also, there would be a spike in chocolate consumption if there were two of me. So I think the world is getting by with just one of us. Okay, so there you go. All right. And take a look here. Meghan Markle confirms trip to Nigeria with husband Harry after his return to London. The Duke and Duchess of Sussex are heading to Africa. Well, even Hello Magazine is talking about it today. Oh, I'm seeing flowers out the corner of my eyes. What's going on here? Are those for me? Let me see. Hello, cookies and cream. I like flowers. Okay. All right. So, and there you go. So, Prince Harry to return to London for Invictus Game anniversary. The Duke of Sussex will make a rare visit to Britain since leaving the British royal family. Since leaving the British royal family, who's writing this crap? Oh, that's from Reuters. Well, you guys, I hope he will see his father. That is his father. Harry loves his father. His father has been malicious, cruel, and mean spirited. He's very indecisive. Um, there's a lot of reasons why you could say, oh, why bother? But that is his father. So I suggest we not get involved with that. And let's just hope that if it's meant to be, that it is meant to be. Um, Oh, Judy Matassa, thank you so much for that. And thank you for watching Royal Sussex. And thank you for being a member of Royal Sussex. Greatly appreciate it. And remember this, that is the lady at the Invictus game trying to sort out how to do a selfie. That's probably her first selfie that she's ever taken. And how cool is that? That with said selfie, there is the Duke and Duchess of Sussex right over her shoulder. Now, that is something to tell the grandkids when you get home, isn't it? Uh, Oh, yeah, I hear you, Marjorie. This is why I have been hesitant about that because I do want to make sure that I get that right because I do believe that there is more than one. And I just want to make sure that whether it's one or two of them, that we have the right one. So this is why I have been very hesitant and I will definitely try to sort that out and put that on the community tab. So yeah, this is why I haven't posted it yet. Now, even though we're talking about this, you guys, some of you all are on spaces, and sometimes there can be problems in spaces where some individuals do not get along. And because of today's politics, that has caused a fracture uh, in spaces. And spaces is a very important part of what we do when it comes to looking out for the Duke and Duchess. That is very important. That is where a lot of people organize, fellowship, and so on. Mostly, I don't talk on spaces. Um, it is it is interesting, and there are some people that have been here from the beginning, and unfortunately, some of those people that are long-term supporters, people who knew of Meghan in some cases from Suits, they don't always get along, and that has been a bit of a thing. So that's why I said there may be two different fundraisers because, well, that happened last time too. So I won't bore you with the details of it, but it does weigh on my spirit because I like all of them. I like all of them. I think they're great. But again, it's the politics of the day that seems to be one of the reasons why people are splintered, if to put it mildly, splintered. So tread well if you are on spaces. Uh, if you are not able to improve things, try not to contribute to the messiness of it, because it can get a bit messy. And I don't care when we're dragging people at the palace, but when it's each other, that is upsetting. That is upsetting. So that's all I can say about that. But if you're not on spaces, then you probably don't really have a reference. But yeah. Love Wins Movement says, absolutely. I realized that last week when I was listening and doing my treatment in the hospital. The spaces thing that you were listening into that. Uh, mm, ah, good morning, Zabeda. Thank you so much for being here. So anyway, if anyone from Spaces is listening, What happens in spaces stays in spaces. I don't usually come out of there and say, oh, so and so said anything. I don't do that. That's where it belongs. It is a very sacred space for the squad. And I just hope everyone's getting along. Boo Boo Romero, thank you so much for being here. Okay. Oh, TCC Sun says, congratulations on 56,000K. The month of May is busy. Prince Archie's birthday, UK trip, Nigeria trip, and wedding anniversary. Wow, love it. Thank you very much, so much for being here. And thanks for, I don't think you missed any of it. Now, you know what I can't remember though? What is the anniversary of Royal Sussex being monetized? I can't remember for some reason. I cannot remember that. That is so weird. This is the first time I don't remember uh, when Royal Sussex. Oh man, huh? Let me see. When did Royal Sussex become a thing? So I consider the anniversary of Royal Sussex. There's the official date the channel started, which I didn't do anything with the channel for a whole year. So the actual start of Royal Sussex, I say, is actually that second year I count as the first, right? Um, Let me see. Anniversary. Royal Sussex. Huh. Okay. Anyway, I think that's also in May. I think that is also in May. So yeah, May is it's either May or April. I think it's May. Yeah, I do believe it's May is but May the what? I don't recall. I don't recall, but it's May the something. The anniversary video. Yeah, if I could see which day that was when I posted it, then I would know. Maybe. But anyway, yeah, so that was that day that I said I am going to do a video every day, no matter what. And all these years later, I have not missed a day. I've had oral surgery, I've had emergencies, I've had some things I don't even mention. But yeah, and through it all, I have not missed a day. So, okay. Okay, let's continue then. Gosh, that's a lot of videos. I'm just like scrolling through. That is a lot of videos. Do you know there's over 1,700 Royal Sussex videos? 1,700? 1,700. Good grief. And only one video that has more than 1,000,000 views. But you know what? Anyone who can get over 1,000,000 views, you are very, very fortunate. Because otherwise, sometimes it never happens. And then sometimes when you least expect it, it just happens. So 2.7, almost 2.8 million views for that one video. Okay. All right. Thank you very much, TCC Son. Hey, Black Queen. I didn't know you were here. Thank you so much for being here. Really? Why did I think Fall After Harry and Meghan were? I don't remember. Uh, uh. Okay, let me keep going here. So, one individual that we love and adore so much that has also been a favorite, excuse me, also been a favorite uh, and very welcome to Nigeria, Princess Diana, the people's princess, the queen of our hearts. Yes, Princess Diana has visited Nigeria, I want to say 4 times. Is that right? 4 times, maybe? But yeah, and the aunties took her under their wings. They surrounded her with love, all the aunties. And of course they did. And right here, you can see the Duke and Duchess of Sussex to visit Nigeria in May after Meghan learned of her heritage. The country expresses its honor and delight at the visit, which is linked to the Invictus Games. Okay. Uh, Another non Sussex podcast show came in with Meghan. Hey, when I tell you, they got dragged off so quick, I didn't have to say a peep. Oh, you remember these? Ah, very cool. Look at the way everybody's looking at her. I love that. And over here, his mother's son. Uh, oh, come on. Why is that stuck like that? Okay. His mother's son, Harry, to visit Nigeria with beautiful wife, Meghan, the Duchess of Sussex, who is of Nigerian descent. Prince Harry, the Duke of Sussex, set to visit Nigeria with his wife, Princess Meghan, the Duchess of Sussex. 34 years after Princess Diana's visit. 34 years since Princess Diana's visit. Wow. Wowee. That is beautiful. Now, some people are hoping that Meghan will try one of the I don't know what they call the hat or head wrap or whatever. I don't know what they call that, but people are hoping that Meghan will try one of those. That would be amazing. That would be amazing. And then all we have to do is just wait for the meltdown. And you know what meltdown I'm speaking of, right? You all know what meltdown. And Megan, and she's an actress, so yeah, of course she wanted to dress up and get into character, and she probably had the Netflix cameras following them around, and of course, uh, when they tried to dress her up, she was very rude. She went uh, and she just took her arm and she said uh 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 and even Harry tried to intervene, and she also elbowed him. she also elbowed him, and even the defense minister, the defense minister wasn't safe. She also attacked him because she's an actress, and she's a Hollywood actress, and she always get what she wants. And Harry is so afraid that he can't say no. And then she forced everyone to purchase uh, jars of the jam. So yeah, she is going. Yes, everybody's favorite escape lunatic, Angela Levin, Britain's favorite escape lunatic, um, the candidate for a padded sale, if I've ever seen one. She is going to have a meltdown. If you remember, when the Sussexes went to Germany, she was upset because she said, "Why are the German people treating them like royalty?" Remember that? They're no longer working royals. So why are they sending the plane to pick them up? Who's paying for it? Yeah, she's going to have a fit. She is going to have a fit. She right now she's at home resting and doing vocal exercises so that she won't lose her voice tomorrow when she hits the airwaves. But she's going to be there. Yeah, her no neck is going to be all a flutter. That no neck of hers is going to be fluttering as it pushes out every vile, vicious word from her over painted lips. She really gets me with the way she paints those lips, like she's expecting someone to say, "I have been looking for you my entire life. We should run away together." Oh, thank you, Marshar. Oh, thank you so much. I have been so tempted to do it over again because I was so exhausted after the Queen's funeral and everything, covering all that stuff, and I was. But you know what? I'm going to. I am going to do another one again, and I don't care how many views it gets. I just want to make sure that I can take my time the next time I do one, and it'll just be fun and interesting to really take my time and do the editing the way that I really want to do it. But thank you so much. Okay, let's get that troll doll off the screen. I would love, how sometimes they mix those songs when there's like a viral moment like that. Eh, eh. Um, I would love for them to mix like some kind of dance tune with Angela Levin. And she went, and I saw her, Yeah, one of those DJs could probably make some kind of song from Angela Levin with her sound effects. Oh, it's called a kufi hat. Okay. I would love to see that. I would love to see that. So right here, Meghan Markle and Prince Harry to visit Nigeria. Now, let me try another one of those videos. Let me see which one I have queued up here. I think we've done that one. Have we done this one? Yes, we've done that one. Oh yeah, let's do this one then.
Calm down. Say what? YZ, calm down. Hey, calm down. Hey, calm down. YZ, calm down. Hey, calm down. Hey, calm down. I can hear you. YZ, calm down. Hey, calm down. Hey, calm down.
Yeah, they adopted Dave Weissman. And I do believe Dave Weissman has been, hasn't he been like the main person in contact with Team Nigeria to like get them there for their first Invictus games? I think he was the one that was like the point of contact for everything. But anyway, he is officially one of their brothers now. So I think it's really cool. He is just so laid back. Everyone who met him said he was just the nicest person, which is always good to hear, you know, nicest person. And what's really funny too is that Dave Weissman, when he first met Harry, he thought Harry was just like in the capacity of any other royal, and so he did not cozy up to him at all. And then once he got to know him, of course, then he was like, "Oh, you know what? He is pretty cool." Let me see what this one is. Yeah, per copyright, I could not play the actual music that they were dancing to, but I think you get it. Let me see. Oh, there we go. Defense headquarters in Nigeria has announced an upcoming visit of the Duke and Duchess of Sussex. There we go. Not the way that other person wrote it. Prince Harry and his wife, Meghan Markle, to Nigeria May 8th. Oh, May 8th. So that's the date. May 8th, 2024. We'll see Harry attending the 10th anniversary of the Invictus Games. Oh, that's when they'll be in London. I'm sorry, and St. Paul's Cathedral in London soon after he joins Meghan in Nigeria. So they are of the opinion that Meghan is not going to London. I kind of thought she wouldn't go to London. This visit will highlight the royal couple's commitment to the Invictus Games. And there you go, our beloved Dr. Shola Moshogbami Mamu. She says the ancestors are smiling. Megan's roots are 40% Nigerian. Love my, what is that? Is it Nijas? Nijas? Anyway, I know they're going to be insufferable about Harry and Meghan's visit. Ha ha ha. We love to see it. Nigerians enjoy Meghan and Harry's visit. Has nothing to do with the royal family. So please, no false yee narratives. Okay. Y'all heard Dr. Shola. No false narratives. Well, thank you, Dr. Shola. Hey, Anastasia. And here you can see Prince Harry. As he said, Africa is a very important part of his life. And ever since he was a kid and he first went there, it's been like home. So um, we don't know if the kids are going, but whatever's best, whatever's safest for them. And let me say this. if the Sussexes are going to have those kids in public, and I'm just, I don't think they're going to go. I don't think they're going to go. But it is very possible that whenever Archie and Lily are like formally introduced to the public together, I'm thinking it would probably be on a trip to Africa and not a trip to the UK. And probably not in the US. I'm thinking it's likely to be Africa, but not this trip. I think that's going to be in the future. But we'll see. We'll see. I hope that's the way they do it because I think things that are really special to Harry and Meghan, they like to share that where they feel the most comfortable, where they feel the most support, where they feel most loved and uplifted. And I think that just makes sense because leave it to the tabloids to make a mockery out of some of the best things in life, right? Some of the best things in life. The tabloid media are so prone to make a mockery of it. Um, for the British people, I would love for Harry and Meghan to do something like that. But because of the tabloids, then it's just not a good idea because they can really, really ruin things, or at least they try. Uh, um, no comment. Let me see. Oh, you think they're getting upstaged? You think so, Kim Peaches? Well, whoever wrote this article is of the opinion that Harry is going to join, or that Meghan is going to join Harry later. Now, where they got that information from, perhaps they were just guessing. Okay, and let me see right here. I expect Meghan to go on to Nigeria to set things up while Harry stops by London Invictus thing. Ah, well, Marshar, mm, well, I don't know. I mean, what is there for her to set up? I'm pretty sure all of this is going to be in place. And really, the host is the one that is obliged to make sure that everything is right. You know, of course, some of your own staff people would go forward first, but yeah, there's not going to be a lot for Meghan to do. Um, all she has to do is just show up. And of course, I mean, she'll be working. I mean, they'll both be working. Whatever I say, they'll be working. But there shouldn't be a lot for Meghan to do in advance. Mm, arrive together. Well, you know what? Is it Plali? That makes a lot of sense. That makes a lot of sense. Instead of Megan just showing up by herself, yeah, you know what? That makes a lot of sense. The last time they were supposed to go to Invictus together, and they couldn't because Megan had to get some things settled with the children before she uh, went to Dusseldorf. So I'm inclined to believe that they will show up together. Thank you so much. Wow, thank you for the lovely Cash App. I don't want to say the name, but thank you, uh, KF. Let's see. For Baron, you're doing a good job with Royal Sussex. Thank you so much for that. And as always, thank you for watching Royal Sussex. Oh, and also, I received a, what do they call that thing? Buy me a coffee from someone. I think they chose to be anonymous. So thank you, someone. All right. Very cool. Thank you very much. And right here, Jamaica Live News Report, Cultural Media TV. Prince Harry and Meghan Markle, the Duke and Duchess of Sussex, Harry and Meghan, to visit Nigeria. You guys, they are all over the place with this. Do y'all hear me? All over the place. Everybody's talking about it. So, what I'm trying to figure out is, what is Willie Leaks going to do to retaliate? Because Willie, he just visited a school, so he's going to be exhausted, but he will have enough time to rest up and think of some people of color that he can surround himself with as a way to, try to give Harry the one up. One thing about William, if nothing else, he's consistent. He is consistent. He's like that, the what do you call it? He's like the bad guy in the slasher movie. Just when you think he's down, all of a sudden the foot twitch. Right? You ever seen like Friday the 13th or Halloween? Just when you think they're done for it, all of a sudden that finger starts twitching. And next thing you know, they're just back again, right? So that's how William is. Just when you think he's down for the count, all of a sudden you see his eye twitch. And next thing you know, just like a monster, he's running at you again. So, Safari in Nigeria, the ignorance jumped out. Thank you, Omid Scobie. This is why representation matters. This is why representation matters. If they would have had representation, balanced representation, when they went on the tour of the Caribbean, they wouldn't have lost half the Commonwealth. Non-working royals, Harry and Meghan, will tour Commonwealth nation Nigeria. Now, let me tell you what's wrong with that. By saying Commonwealth nation Nigeria, that implies some type of ownership. They are sending the message that you are us. Not we are you, but you are part of us. That is the most colonial thing that they could think of. Commonwealth nation. How about an independent nation, Nigeria? Nigeria doesn't refer to the United Kingdom as a Commonwealth nation. They just say Britain. So what is the message we should take from that? To me, it sounds like they're implying some type of ownership. But then again, somebody who else, or someone else, should I say, who may be about, I don't know, 80% Nigerian, the racially ambiguous and always colorful, no pun intended, Lord Nappyhead of the Daily Mail. In case you have not met him before, this is someone I have referred to as Lord Nappyhead. I think it's, what is it, Lord Ruthermore, furthermore, Lord something. Anyway, Lord Nappyhead, as I affectionately call him, is the owner of the Daily Fail, where you always get the worst possible, poorly written, menacing, contrived um, gossip news that you could ever find is the Daily Mail. So the Sussexes on safari. How insulting. So anyway, Commonwealth nation Nigeria, after being invited by government to take part in cultural activities, days after Harry's UK Invictus event. So will Meghan join him in Britain first? You see there? They're not for certain. And if they are, maybe they're just using that for clickbait. But I don't think anybody knows for certain. Now, again, the very racist overtones of that headline. I want you to take a look at this. Sussexes on safari. Duke and Duchess will fly to West African country to join just days after return to Britain. So, Commonwealth nation Nigeria. Sussexes on safari. This is what happened when they went to the Caribbean. Queen of the Jungle? Seriously? Queen of the Jungle? Now, to be fair, I think that headline was from another publication, or was it? No, I think that was them. Was that the Evening Standard that said that? It almost looks like a picture of a magazine cover, but I guess that came from the Evening Standard. Queen of the Jungle. How offensive. Queen of the Jungle, Belle Ball. Queen of the Jungle, Belle of the Ball. That is just tacky. That is just tacky. But it harkens back to colonial times. Now, what if I said the colonial rag of a newspaper, the Evening Standard? Would they like that? I would say that this is just a terrible oversight, but I think they did this on purpose. I really do believe that they did this on purpose. Next thing you know, they're going to say that the Nigerians are very articulate, well-spoken people. You know what I mean? That will be the next thing. It will be something equally offensive. I can assure you that. It will be something equally offensive to anything else. Commonwealth nation. I don't like that. I don't like that. That's tacky. That is very, very tacky of them to say something like that. You know what? I want to see what magazine that comes from. Give me just a second, you guys. I'm hoping. Well, actually, I'm not hoping. I'm sorry that anybody printed something as offensive as that, but I just want to see if that came. Let me see. Okay, let me try that. Okay, Queen of Jungle. Deeply offensive. Deeply offensive. And that was the Evening Standard. I'm doing an image search. That's what I'm doing. I'm doing an image search to see if I can find who originally printed that. Well, until I know better, I guess it was the Evening Standard. But stick around, you guys. It gets better. Stick around. Give me just a second here. It gets better or worse, depending on how you feel about it. I'm just going to bet that it gets worse. The other thing is, I cannot see that small print, and I would love to see what that small print says, but it is blurry and I cannot make it out. No, but it says full story, page 3. So I do believe that they wrote that article, Queen of the Jungle. That is just so racist. Okay. Imagine a meltdown if the Sussexes released one privately taken photo of them with the children and Mama Doria in Nigeria when the media get even a single glimpse of the children that entire trip. Oh, they want the photos of those kids so bad. They do. And away from California, because I think the only thing that prevents them right now is because of the law in California. But I think once they get away from California and they're, on a public trip like that, then they are going to feel more inclined to share photos. I'm speaking of the tabloids, of course, not Harry and Meghan. So, okay. Now, this is why I say it's really bad. Kate, Caribbean Queen, Kate, the Caribbean Queen. If you all think that Safari was pretty tacky and kind of racist, wait until you see what else is coming, because chances are it's going to be just as bad coming um, come May as it is right now. You see there, the triumph in wild animal spectacle, Queen of the Jungle. And that's why when I saw that article, I'm just like, are they serious? Are they serious? The triumph, I'm sorry, the triumphant, that is, wild animal spectacle, Queen of the Jungle. And they just put that as the heading. Who talks like that? Who talks like that? Maybe I'm just older and I remember, yes, Caribbean Queen. Wasn't that a song? Caribbean Queen. I don't know what you said last night. Your words don't come out right. Hey, Caribbean Queen, you mumbled something to me. Oh Lord. I'm telling you guys, I'm sure you all seen this before, right? When I saw this, I'm sure I shared this before. But when I saw this, let me see. Antoinette, wasn't that a movie of the jungle? Yes. That was one of those like Tarzan movies. That was like a Tarzan movie. This is why I'm saying they were being deeply offensive when they referred to Kate as the Queen of the Jungle. In those movies, it was always the usually, let me see, is she blonde? Well, anyway, it would be the blonde chick that goes on a safari and all the natives are after her, and Bill or Jim or whoever the great white hunter is who knows how to deal with those people. um Lex says, wasn't that woman in Tarzan in yellow? uh Let me see. uh I don't know. I don't know. Look at her. She's got the tiger. Wait a minute. There's no tigers where black people are. There's lions. Tigers are in Asia, right? There's no tigers in Africa. And those are clearly Africans. Oh, I see the lion at the bottom. So where does the tiger come from? Tigers and lions don't usually meet in the wild, do they? Yes, Billy Ocean. I remember that Caribbean Queen. Thank you. Oh, thank you, Legs. I appreciate that. Yes, I believe it was 1960. Okay. Again, the belle of the ball. Now, belle, that usually means southern, right? Southern belle. So, queen of the jungle and belle of the ball. This is why I say I find that article very, very sketchy. Queen of jungle, belle ball. Queen of jungle, belle of the ball. People of the Caribbean do not want to take 10 years to come up with 5 questions. Well, the only question that matters in the Caribbean, there's only one question that matters in the Caribbean. And you all know what that question is.
Yes, Prince. Prince. Trenchtown wants $245 billion. That's what Trenchtown wants. $345 billion. Yes, thank you. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That's what Trenchtown wants. Yes. What do you mean?
Yes, that's the only question that matters in the Caribbean. They want their $335 trillion. 300. And of course, if you guys are new to the Sussex squad and maybe you didn't know about the famous Caribbean tour, as you can see, they totally lacked imagination. Will and Kate decided that they would do Liz and Philip 2.0. So Kate went to the couturiers and had them give her a lace dress, lickety split, very much similar to the one that the Queen wore, except she's not wearing those gloves, right? So no square heel, no gloves. And then, of course, William wore his white dress uniform, which is what they usually wear, like in the Caribbean or any place really hot. So he's wearing his white uniform, white naval uniform, is it? But whatever it is, as you can see, he looks like he either has to belch or he is very, very upset that things are not going well. Even TMZ called them out. Prince William says monarchy not racist, but look who carried him on a throne in 2012. So by them uh, pretty much losing half the Commonwealth, it reminded people that back in 2012, when they did their tour of the South Pacific or wherever the heck they were, the Oceania South Pacific tour, he and Kate were carried around by the brown people on their thrones, and Kate was smiling and clapping, and William was just grinning. He never had it so good. Prince William and Sister Rose are very much not a racist family, but photos of him and his wife being carried on elevated thrones don't exactly reflect that. Yeah, it was, I'm telling you guys, that was a comedy of errors if I've ever seen one. That was the funniest thing. I don't think that Will and Kate will ever do anything as funny as that Caribbean tour. It was it was a laugh a minute. It was a laugh a minute. And look at them for that formal dinner. William looks like he is about to crap his pants. He looks so uptight. And you can tell they're upset. They're actually holding hands. I mean, he is gripping that hand hard. No wonder she keeps wearing those plasters on her fingers. Now, that is Philip and Lizzie, right? That's Philip and Lizzie riding around in that Range Rover. Now, this is the funny part about it. They blamed Jamaica for the Range Rover, right? Jamaica said that they called ahead and were insisting that they wanted them to use that Range Rover if it was at all possible. They wanted the Range Rover. We must have that Range Rover. So once those photos started going around, or video and photos, they tried to blame Jamaica. Let me see. You know that people have theorized that Jane is Belle's Beauty and the Beast daughter, hence the yellow dress. Oh, huh. And in those safari movies, isn't the damsel in distress? Isn't her name always Jane? I mean, in all of those movies, the the I guess the damsel in distress, the European woman running from the natives and get kidnapped by the natives, their name is always Jane. Jane, Jane. I'm here, Jane. Oh, Jane, don't you worry. I'm here. Don't ever worry. I'm here, Jane. I'm here for you. Mm-mm. Somebody's uptight. Somebody is uptight. Somebody's got their knickers in a twist. Look at there. Somebody is really uptight. And you know what's really sad is that is probably one of the best dresses that Kate has ever worn. That is a beautiful dress. That is a beautiful dress. Too bad that it went unnoticed because all you can see is William's face. Look at the way William cutting his eyes. Ooh, look at the way he cutting his eyes. That punk is upset. And then of course, I mean, this is the way they I got to give it to them though. They were smiling as much as they could, but it just went from bad to worse. I bet you when they left from that tour, they didn't want to see another black person ever. I bet you they would. I could you imagine when they got home, they just took to their beds. They didn't even say anything. They just got home, closed the door. Connie Balmer. Hey, Connie Balmer. Let's see. Oh, lady, you think that dress looked nice on her too? I thought Kitty looked really good. That dress is it fits her well. It really does. That's one of the few times she got it right. And then, of course, when Kate get nervous, she started getting that little tick. See how her head is kind of listing to one side. She started getting that little tick where she can't straighten that head up. Connie Balmer. Good morning, Connie Balmer, all the way from Switzerland. The artist known as Cold War Steve. Cold War Steve has this incredible talent of taking modern contemporary images and then he marries them up with images from the past. Like he'll take some portrait that you would likely see in a museum or someplace like that, and he will mix the two of them together. And so, in his artistic mind's eye, he took a look at Will and Kate and thought, hmm, it's as though they've gone back in time. It's though things never changed. And so he put those two images together. I think it is incredible the way he added the dust as though the Range Rover is kicking up dust as they go speeding through. That is clever. That is some clever work he's done there. Why Kate Middleton hasn't joined Prince William on his tour of Africa? It's got nothing to do with Prince Louis or the fact that Duchess of Cambridge is still on maternity leave. Last night, Prince William left for his week-long tour of 3 African countries: Zambia, Tanzania, right, and Kenya. But despite frequently having traveled on royal duty with his wife, Kate Middleton, he's going it alone this time. Now, I don't remember this happening, but then again, whatever year that was, I probably wasn't paying attention to them. It's actually because the environment isn't a specific issue that Kate campaigns for. OK Magazine royal expert Christina Reeves explains that members of the royal family tend only to go on solo engagements when they're related to personal projects. Now, you know that's made up. You know that's made up. That is so made up. Why would, that's made up. Okay. And, so you know what? I'm going to jump over to another subject. Before they made the announcement about Nigeria, I was working on this earlier today, and I'll share it with you. I'm using this as a comparison to what they were saying about the American Riviera orchard. You know how they have been putting it down and saying that nobody's going to buy it, which is the same thing that they tried to do with Harry and Spare, the same thing that they tried to do with the bench, right? The same thing that they pulled when it came to the archetypes. The point is, they always try to create doubt where Harry and Meghan are concerned. Harry and Meghan's, what do you call it? Their docuseries. Oh, nobody's going to watch it. Nobody wants to hear them complain. And yet we find out that it was the best, the biggest, the most highly rated docudrama or docuseries or documentary that has ever appeared on the world's largest streamer, Netflix. They were considered are considered the number one that they've ever had, right? They caused the system to crash because there were so many people trying to watch at one time. So Meghan Markle is on dodgy ground writing a book about relationships with fathers after bust up with her dad, who Prince Harry has still never met, Royal Arthur warns. And then, of course, Piers Morgan, he filled in with all his nonsense. How the hell can Meghan and I hate royalty, but call me Duchess Markle, preach about father-child relationships when she this is a kid's book. This is a kid's book. It is not some riveting analytical look at family relations. It's a kid's book. That's it. A kid's book. And they made this book into something of a like it was something that you would discuss in a lecture hall or something. It's just a kid's book. And yet they tried it. Now, speaking of benches, um, they should have something called Poe Bench. Poe Bench. Because when you look at that bench, all you can say is poor bench. You know what I'm saying? It shouldn't be the bench. It should be that Poe Bench. Poe Bench. Poe Bench. Yeah, I think that Robert Jobson should write a book about his relationship with furniture and call it Poe Bench. Because that bench is doing mighty Poe. Poe Bench. I'm so bad, ain't I? I know. That is just terrible. But anyway, it's a children's book. It has nothing to do with all that stuff they're talking about. I don't think any child should be exposed to the type of individual Thomas Markle Sr. is. So Thomas Markle Sr. wouldn't belong in a children's book. How about this? When she disowned her own something wrecked husband relations, whatever. That's oh yeah. Oh, you know what? I got it overlapping. Meghan Markle writes an 1899 children's book called The Bench about relationship between father and oh, it all got cut off. I am so sorry, you guys. Let me see. Oh yeah, I see what I did. Oh my goodness, that is really bad. That is really bad. I meant to straighten that out. Between fathers and sons, that was inspired by a poem she wrote for Harry after Archie was born and is illustrated with pictures of a red-headed soldier. There you go. So I guess the point that I'm trying to make is whatever they say, they are only going to make American Riviera Orchard more successful. The more they push against it, the more successful it is going to be. Like right here, 94% at the time when this is not a new one, this is old, but at the time it had a rating of 94% 5 star. 5 stars, 94% of the ratings were 5 stars. And the rest, of course, were the haters. They were not going to like it no matter what. So if this is anything, oh, okay, you guys, I think we're done. Yeah, I am so done, you guys. That was it. This is going to be our last. Oh, you know what? Don't go anywhere because I have a video I want to share, a soundbite I want to share. But anyway, this is going to be the last word. If you could sit on this bench and chat for 1 hour with anyone from the past or present, who would it be? Now go ahead and think about your answer while I show you this this last thing, okay? Think about it now. If you could sit on a bench with anybody, past or present, who would it be? That means anybody dead or alive. If you could sit on a bench with them, who would it be? Think about it. Or as they say in the East End, yeah, think it through, love. Think it through. Think it, yeah, love. Think it through. Yeah, think it through, love. Okay. So yesterday, you might remember yesterday, I was livid about them implying that they were trying to push Harry out of the Invictus Games, right? And I mean to tell you, I went on quite a rant. And of course, I had to spell it out very clearly. There is no Invictus without Harry. That's impossible. Harry is the founder of the Invictus Games. Harry is the Invictus Games, right? So you couldn't have one without the other.
None of us would be here if it wasn't for the vision of the patron of these games.
Wait a minute. What was that? Say it again.
None of us would be here if it wasn't for the vision of the patron of these games, the esteemed Duke of Sussex. Sir. Dear Duke, your impact on the soldiers and their communities cannot be overestimated. We owe you a great debt of gratitude.
I'm very grateful to the Duke of Sussex as someone who himself has been in combat for initiating and launching the Invictus Games 9 years ago. Thank you for that.
I am Invictus. We are Invictus.
And of course, Harry received a standing ovation. And this is why I believe that the last person that was going to introduce Harry, he didn't really give her a chance to introduce him. He just kind of ran out there because I know Harry was getting a little bit embarrassed from the attention. They sang happy birthday. And of course, he knew that was coming. But Harry always wants to focus to be on the competitors, the colleagues, if you will. That's where he wants to focus, not on himself. So, bit embarrassing for him, but I'm sure he appreciates it. But it's about soldiers and their families, not about him. So, with that, you guys, I'm going to take a quick look to see who you guys want to share the bench with. And then with that, I will see you all tomorrow. Let me see. I'm just going to go backwards here. Okay, I'm looking. I don't know that I see anything. Oh, let me see. You want to sit with Jesus. That is so sweet. Maggie Ward says, your son. Okay. That makes a lot of sense. Absolutely. With my dad says EBL Lynn, EB Lynn. Patricia says mom or dad. Deb says Jesus Christ. All right. Tina Turner. Serengeti says Tina Turner. Nice. Oh, sweet. Oh, Princess Diana. Nelson Mandela. Wow. Lola Love says Jesus. Very sweet. Okay. That's a very deep one, isn't it? That is a very, very deep thing to think about, is who would you want to sit with? Past or present? Who would you want to sit with? And I guess if we could have more than one person, we'd need a bigger bench, wouldn't we? We need a much bigger bench. Anyway, thank you so much. I really, really do appreciate you all being here. Thank you so much for the 56,000 subscribers. And we'll do it again tomorrow. We'll get some more information about the visit, I'm sure. More speculation about will she or won't she? Will they or won't they? All that kind of stuff. But anyway, I do believe it is confirmed that Harry will definitely be there. So let me see here. And yes, I'm going to definitely take a very, very good look at all of the fundraising stuff. I want to make sure I get that right. I don't want to lead you guys down a path. So in the meantime, love you guys. I will see you all tomorrow. And remember, whenever you see our queens, it is always time to go. And I'm sure y'all know what that means. Wait a minute, where are the queens? Okay, 26. Good night, everyone. Thank you. I am done for tonight. I really appreciate you all being here. And of course, thank you to the Mod Squad for keeping us a safe space. And thank you to Mama Doria for being the rock of the Sussex family. And of course, to our Queen in Heaven, who has been watching over them every step of the way. Thank you, Cookies and Cream. All right, with that, you guys, let's Ginger Avenger. I'll see you tomorrow. Oh, Marjorie, since 2020. Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that. Well, I'm so glad you're a part of the Sussex Squad community. Okay. And R. Erickson also with my son. Very nice. My dad. Hi, Heather. Okay. Thank you all so much. And thank you for participating in that question. Good night, Connie Balmer. Great news today, you guys. That was great news. They are going to Nigeria. And of course, let's pray that there's no, no shade or anything from Kensington Palace. We still have to pray for them that there's no dirty tricks or anything from Harry's brother or anybody else from that side of the family. They're so wicked. All right. Good night, you guys. Love you. I'll see you tomorrow.